Another day, another draft. Welcome to some more Ixalan Limited. And we opened a Roaming Throne, a 4 mana 4/4, solid stats, with War 2, and you get to choose a creature type when it enters the battlefield. Roaming Throne is the chosen type in addition to its other types. And if a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggered, it triggers an additional time. Probably just gonna pick that because it's a solid rare and it can go into any deck. Otherwise, we got a Braid as a good removal spell. I like the Siren, but I think those two are the best two picks up in here. But basically, if I choose Pirate and then I play another Pirate that makes a treasure, for example, when it enters a battlefield, this will trigger that Pirate's ability for a second time. For pick 2, we can pick up this great 1-drop flyer. A 1/1 flying vigilance, and when it dies, it explores. I've been pretty happy with the Market Gnome as well. It's just a good blocker early, and then you're almost guaranteed to get some value out of it because either you exile it from the battlefield when you're activating a craft ability to draw a card, or if it just dies, you draw a card. So it always replaces itself. Nothing else I'm particularly interested in here. So yeah, let's just take the Guide Wing. Pick 3. I really like this crewmate. The Staunch Crewmate. When Staunch Crewmate enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or pirate card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So it's like a 2/1, and you get to pick a card from the top 4 of your libraries a lot of the time. Ideally, you want this in the blue-red deck, but if you're an artifact heavy deck, I'm sure it's great. Otherwise, the Atali Favor has been pretty good. The Land Cyclers have all been solid. Gem card, I think it's a good card. I haven't really gone to play with it too much, but you end up with a ton of artifacts and creatures when white, so you can get this pretty big if it's unchecked. I also like the Nautilus. A 2 mana 1/4 is a great stat, and then you can just trade up with it by activating its ability later. But yeah, let's stick with the crewmate. For pick 4, I like the Tinker Stoat immediately. I don't think this card is great. It's really hard to get Descend 4 sometimes, and if you don't have Descend 4, it's just a 4/4 flyer for 6, which used to be solid, but nowadays it's kind of too slow. But if you can consistently hit Descend, and you're able to bounce a creature, I believe. No, you can bounce a non-land permanent when this enters the battlefield, then it's definitely solid. But I've been really happy with the Tinker's Toad, so I will probably just pick that up here. Otherwise, Rock Slide is probably an okay removal spell. 4 mana deal 4 is solid. The Iceberg is good in the artifact deck as well. Pick 5. What do we have? Nothing that like pops straight up to me. I really like the Militia card, as it can just ping out your opponent quite easily, especially when you put a lot of pressure on early and they end up stabilizing. This can kind of get over a lot of their blockers. Otherwise, the Dig Site Conservator, it's a okay 2-drop, and later you can sack it, or when it dies, you can pay 4 mana to discover 4. So it's a 2 mana 2/1 with some extra value, and it's an artifact. Probably the safer pick, but I think I'm going to pick up the Militia because I could see us going any 3 of these colors and becoming an artifact deck with this start. Nothing amazing in this pack either. I wouldn't mind 1 Pirate's Hat if I end up in like white, blue, or white, red. This is really good on flyers, and it's really cheap on pirates. But it gives your creature +1/+1. And whenever this creature attacks, draw a card and discard a card. 2 mana to equip and 1 mana to equip if it's a pirate. I think I'll pick that over the Hidden Cataract. Yep. Pick 7. I think the best card in this pack is probably just the Torch. 1 mana equipment artifact. You can equip it for 1 as well to give your creature +1/+0. And when you attack, you can sacrifice this to deal 2 damage to another creature. Oh, to any target actually. So this can go face as well. Otherwise, got a 5 mana 4/4 that can return an artifact from the graveyard to your hand, or scry 3. You can usually see these later. Same with the echoes, you can usually find these later as well. So we'll pick up the Torch here. Pick 8, the best card is the Necromage. Or we could take the Pirates if we want to stick to the artifact theme, blue artifact theme. Aside from the crewmate, we haven't seen much blue. And I feel like we are seeing some good black come around, so I will just keep picking the best cards and see where we end up. Pick 9. I have been pretty happy with the Deconstruction Hammer. Again, it's 1 mana equipped, and it's a 1 mana equipment, which is solid by itself. But you can sacrifice it to destroy an artifact or an enchantment in the late game. Now these cards are particularly amazing either. I think Dino Automaton is a solid 4-drop though. 4/3 menace is just good stats, and when it enters the battlefield, you can give another creature menace. We have another Torch here. Don't know how many torches I would want in the deck. However, I don't really want to play any of these other cards. And we wheel the Rock Slide, so could be a sign that red is indeed open. As I think that was one of the better cards in that pack. Take the Infantry over the Combat Trick. Okay, we could be any number of colors still. So pack 2, pick 1. 2 mana 2/2, tap to add 1 mana of any color. And then you can exile a card from a graveyard. You may cast dinosaurs creature spells from among. You may cast dinosaurs creature spells from among the cards you own exiled. If you cast a spell this way, the creature enters the battle. Okay, so it can resurrect spiders, right? You can exile a dinosaur from a graveyard, and then you can cast them. That seems really good. But we don't have any dinosaurs. The other solid picks are like the Scout, which is really good, the Toad, or the Siren. I don't think we're gonna be green. We're either gonna be I picked the Scout because it seems like the strongest card, but now we get past another green rare. But it can't attack if we don't control a dinosaur. Or it can attack, but it gets a stun counter on it. This draft is definitely getting quite messy. Like here, like again, we don't really want the green cards. That's like the only color we're not in. We could pick up the Deadweight as a good removal. We could pick up the Wrestler as a cheap artifact. We could pick up the Golem as a 2-drop artifact as well that rummages. I think I'm gonna take the Deadweight for now as the best card. Okay, that's an easier choice here. I think this card is very, very strong. It's a 4 mana 3/2, and when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, it discovers 3. So 4 mana 3/2, that'll discover 3. And you basically get 2 spells off of it. So if anything, it looks like we are red X probably. And we gotta see what second color is open. Kinda wish I picked up the Wanderglyph from the last pack instead of the Deadweight though. Pick 4. We have a Gnome, a Goblin Tomb Raider, Tali's Favor. And I think those are the best picks for us at least. Iceberg can be okay too, but we have a lot of non-creatures I think already. I think I like the Tomb Raider. We have a ton of artifacts already. Could also pick the Gnome. Or we could actually pick the Tally's Favor as well. But I think I like picking up the Tome. We should end up with quite a few artifacts for it. Calamitous Cave In deals X damage to each creature in each planeswalkers, where X is the number of caves you control plus the number of caves in your graveyard. Definitely not what we're picking up. For us, we either want this just 2-drop that sometimes can get a treasure token, or the Dig Site Conservator. There's also another chance here. I think I like the Conservator the most here. Okay, that's a late Siren. Don't mind picking one of those up. And it's a pirate as well. It can get hit by the crewmate. We don't need another torch. We already got 2. Nice. Some decent black still, actually. But for us, we can just pick up this really good Plundering Pirate. 3 mana 3/2 that just makes a treasure. And again, we can pick up another Plundering Pirate over the Goblin Raider, I think. So I'm leaning towards red, blue, or red, black, depending on what we get. Maybe the Tomb Raider is a little better, just to lower our curve a bit. But I've been really impressed with the Plundering Pirate. Another chance and a Viper. Sacrifice this to return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield with the Finality Counter. I think I'm just going to pick up the 2 mana 2/2 to make sure we have enough playables, because we still don't know what our second color is. The Glyph did wheel. I think I picked that over the Idol because we have 2 torches already. And over the red land, which would be also a solid pickup. Nice. Okay, lots of red coming back around. Yeah, I'll take a second Wanderglyph. And the Atali Favor wheel. Nice, nice. Move some of this blue and black out of the way to see what we're working with. Yeah, Gnome is playable, but there's a lot of 1/1s in the format, so it's not as great. And this can actually attack as a 4/4, right? If I control 2 or more artifacts. Yeah, that's solid as well. Another Pirate's Hat, maybe. Whoa. Wow. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. I think it's pretty good. But it's triple black, so it's going to be really hard for us to cast. I think we either pick up the Ceratops here or like another Atali's Favor. We wheeled the last one, so I think I will pick up the Ceratops here as something for the top end, and it's really hard to block. However, it's not a pirate or an artifact, which makes it less synergistic for sure. Could pick up the Dino again, but I think this card's pretty good. Another pirate or a Monstrosaur. And the rare is Queen Base Paladin. When Queen Base Paladin enters the battlefield or attacks, return 1 target vampire card from your graveyard to the battlefield with the Finality Culture, and you lose life. We do have 1 vampire. Yes, this one, but I don't think that card is great for us. Could pick up the pirate just to tap down something when it enters the battlefield as well. The Waylaying Pirate, if you want to lean towards blue. Or maybe we can try some kind of mono red deck and pick one of these cards. But I don't have enough removal in just red that I think I do like taking this pirate here. seen a ton of torches, a lot of 2 damage removal, but we haven't really seen any upgrades aside from the one I passed right in the beginning of the draft. Here, I think Needle is a solid card. You can tap down a creature for a couple turns, and then you can flip it to start exploring. But there's also another Siren here, which is good with the equipment. Hopefully we can wield this. I really do think we need some more ways to interact. Got another Militia here, another Rock Slide. This card can be pretty fun. How many ways do we have to discover, though? I think we only have 2. We have the Atali's Favor and the Appraiser. So for removal, we got Rock Slides, 2 Torches, and the Needle. I really like Militia, though. I think I'm going to pick up the Militia. It's just such a good way to deal damage later in the game. Few red choices here. Guess we can take a Monster Sword for the late game over the Panicked Altasaur. Pretty straightforward pick there. Now we can take another Pirate and maybe replace the Dino Automaton. Seems okay. So looks like we are gonna be some sort of artifact red-blue deck. Another Militia? It's 3 Militia, too many Militia. Maybe. It's a counter spell. Could be okay, because we can get ahead, and then we can... And the counters become much better if you're ahead. Or we can just take another Ceratops. I don't know if we're going to run both, but I don't know if we're going to run 3 Militias anyways. This Enter's tapped, so I don't think I want that land. Maybe another Gnome. It is an artifact. I think I like another Atali's Favor in this deck. I don't want to try these out. And we have lots of 2-drops to go 2-drop Atali's Favor too, which is nice. Don't think I'm gonna play any of these wheels. Might play that. Oh, there's another Rock Slide. Okay, maybe pick the Rock Slide over the... Actually, this card can be pretty good, but you can only exile it with the dinosaurs. I guess we don't have too many dinosaurs to flip that. So red was definitely open. But I'm not sure if we should have been blue for our second color. Okay, let's get to deck building. Fortunately, we didn't get any of the caves. I think I passed 1 red one for sure. I probably did pass a blue one as well. So 32 cards right now. We need to cut like 9, right? Probably don't need 2 Pirate Set. We'll go down to 1 for sure. And maybe we don't need 2 Sunfire Torches either, because we got 2 Rock Slides, the Needle, and a Torch for removal here. It's probably the worst of our 2-drops, because all our Like, we don't have that many dinosaurs. So it's just going to be a 2-mana 2/2 a lot of the time. Probably don't need 2 of those. I don't even think we need 1 of those. And yeah, I think the Dinotron is the worst of our 4s. So a couple more cuts here. Maybe one of the Ceratops. We still need 2 more cuts even after the Ceratops. Could cut one of these 4s maybe. For the Thorn, we'll most likely be choosing the creature type Pirates or Human. I guess we don't need the Monstrosaur. Maybe we can go 16 lands because we have a couple of ways to make treasures and a couple of ways to loot lands away. But I guess if we have ways to rummage, we should probably just be running 17. I honestly can't think of another cut, so maybe we just run 41 cards. That was 9/8 for land. We do have a lot more red. So we could go like 10/7. I think 10/7's okay here. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Alright, here's a final deck. Lots of 1s and 2s, so hopefully we can get some damage in early and then tap down with our Pirates or kill some creatures with the Rock Slides late game. And ideally we go like 2-drop into like Atali's Favor to put some major pressure and Discover 3. So it seems like a solid deck overall. No bombers or anything though. But let's just head on to game 1 and see how we do. Here we are, game 1 on the play with a 2/3 curve. Definitely worth keeping here. Opponent thinking about whether they should mulligan or not. Yeah, but we'll see if we want to pitch anything to this Wanderglyph. Maybe I'll play with my dragon a little bit. Here, if I click it, it flies up. People tell me it's hideous, but I think it's adorable. Alright, there we go. When I decided to keep their full hand of 7. Play our 2-draw. And we drew a Pirate's Hat for the turn. So playing some against some dinosaurs. So I'm debating if I should pitch the Pirate's Hat here. Because next turn I definitely want to play out the Appraiser. So I at least want to either play the Pirate or find another land. So let's attack. I do think we pitch the Hat. And just play out the Pirate, since we did not draw a land. If we had drawn a land, I think I would have played out the Scout instead, as it will likely attack better. Okay, opponent just on a couple of 1/1s. So yeah, let's just swing out and then play the Appraiser. I guess we can play the Appraiser first to see what we hit. Maybe we hit some kind of removal spell. Just a 2/1. I could pitch one of these 4 to try to find a land, but I like both our flyers. I also like the Atali's Favor. Maybe the Tomb Raider can go away. But I think our hand's just okay right now. Like, if opponent just plays one big dinosaur, we probably just swing out anyways, right? Oh god. Okay, well, he didn't hit anything amazing, so he did just play one big dinosaur. So if we attack all, he eats 1, he takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, and then we can play out the scout. I think that's okay. And yeah, I do think we pitched the 4-drop. Hit a land. If we knew we were going to hit a land, we probably could have played the Tomb Raider first. But obviously, I had no way of knowing that. Opponent, it's at 5. I'll play the scout and an island. And I'll probably activate the map on our flyer here. This is probably a pretty crucial turn. His opponent's thinking real hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have access to 6 mana. We're kind of just hoping they don't kill our flyer, though. That'll be best case scenario for us. And next turn we could play a hasty 2/2. Plus probably. Oh, they did kill our flyer. Okay. Game is definitely either players now. A lot of noise in my background. Hopefully it's not being all picked up on this mic. If it is, I might have to cut some of it out and it might be quiet in certain places. Don't think we can really attack here. So I think we play our Siren plus the favor. And hope they don't have a way to respond. Just add another creature. The opponent's definitely getting close to stabilizing here. And they have access to blue mana this turn, it looks like. Yes, blue. But that doesn't mean they're splashing for anything. This just exiles cards from graveyards and then it can produce the colors that... It can produce colors from the cards that exiled. Okay, just a 6/6 draw one, no problem. The Poison Dart Frog does have reach. I actually did kind of forget that those cards have reach. But they have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. Oh, they got a removal spell. They're looking at my Siren. Yeah. Pull the attack. But they have 3 blockers to... Yeah, so it's actually really close. Okay, so if we swing out with all, they're gonna block our Blade Master. Oh, we need another artifact. Oh no. We don't control 2 of our artifact. If we had another artifact, I think we win here. Right, because now they can block our 2/3 attacks and take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. They have 3 blockers. They block 3 of our creatures. Yeah, they take 4. They go to 1. 13. They have 14 damage on the backswing. We can also discover. I think we do put them 2/1, and then hopefully we draw something with the militia to kill them. But yeah, it sucks that we don't have an artifact there. Can pay 4 to discover here. That's pretty solid, as it taps down one of their attackers and we're less worried about dying on the backswing. And it's an artifact, so if they clear our board somehow, we can play the militia and just ping them out for 1. So we just gotta hope they don't have life gain. That's totally okay. Nice, and we do win here. Tap 2 creatures and our artifacts, ping them for 1. Alright, that was... The opponent was real close to stabilizing there. I thought we were like for sure gonna get him, and they killed our flyer. But we managed to pull through anyways. So see you guys at game 2. Okay, here we are at game 2. We are in the play, but we don't have a 2-drop. And we really need to find a land. I'm gonna keep this hand and just hope we draw at least a land off the top. But ideally we draw a 2-drop and then a land. One of the torch. Okay. We did find our land, which is good. And also we got a mirror match. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're me but faster. It's definitely an issue. Question is, do you want to play the pirate or the scout first? They can both be killed by them attacking and then sacrificing the torch. But I'll play the pirate so we get that treasure right away, in case we need to like double spell next turn if we draw a land. I wonder if they sack or not though, actually. Because if they sack, they won't have an artifact on the board anymore. And yeah, this only becomes 1 attack. Do I want to trade? I think we can win in the long run. So I'm gonna trade here, just because we have so much value in our hand. Ooh, they do get to make a treasure. Yeah, I think we just play out this appraiser now. And use our treasure for it. Does mean that we won't have an artifact on the board, but we can get an artifact with the scout later. Okay, conserve. Also, bottom 4 lands. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see. Oh, that card's a bomb. So breaches, whenever a pirate you control attacks, choose one of the things that hasn't been chosen this turn. And it's already a 3-mana 3/3 first strike, which is great. So target creature can't block, create a treasure token, or exile the top card of your library and you may play it this turn. And if they attack with multiple pirates, they get you to do multiple things. So I really need a removal for that. Yeah, that's really, really bad for us. I think we have to play the scout so we have 2 blockers. Just so we can trade with the scallywag. That's really bad though, trading our 2/2 flyer for their 1-drop. Yeah, our only removal spell that I think we can hit is the 4-mana one that deals damage to creature equal to how many lands we control, and obviously we don't even have 4 mana yet. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think if we just play the scout and pass, we can get way too much value and start drawing cards off of it basically too. So here, yeah, they can make one of my creatures not block and then probably exile the top card of their library. Okay, they're choosing to make a treasure token and exile. So I could go for... No, even if I double block, I cannot kill it. So I guess I just trade here to get 1 pirate off the board. Ooh, maybe I should have double blocked because of the wrestler. Yikes, that's really, really bad. I don't think there's anything we could draw to get out of the situation either. Land. And just play out 2 malicious, I guess. That's unfortunate though. I should have double blocked there. I was like if they had a combat, I was worried about the combat trick that gave your creature +2 attack and first strike, so I didn't want to double block because of that. So I guess it wasn't incorrect not to double block, but we did get punished for the route we chose. So if you like, damn. Yeah, one of our creatures can't block. We can double block the 2/2. Or we can block the gnome and bounce off the 2/2, which I guess is a little better. Oh, then we lose a creature. However, if we double block the 2/2, we won't lose a creature. Only 1 extra damage. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go to 1. No, I don't think we go to 1. But man, yeah, sometimes your opponent just plays a rare and you lose the game. Not much we could do about that. Yeah, let's see here. I can make one of our creatures not block. And then we can chump. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah. Yeah, let's just scoop this one up and move on to game 3. Hopefully we don't face another bomb, but you never know. Game 3 with a pretty decent hand. Fortunately, we are on the draw though. Unable to turn 1. Okay. Tap 3 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control, put a counter on this. Scry 1, activate only the sorcery. And if it has 3 or more counters, it gets flying. Yeah, we're probably gonna die to that too. So, it's been about 5 seconds and opponents also played another rare. I guess we play the Wanderglyph over the crew mate. Actually, wait, we could play the Siren as well. But it doesn't help us cast anything. I think I like playing the Wanderglyph and maybe dig for removal or something for the Warden. It sucks though, even if you find removal for it. Okay, one didn't do anything, which is nice. But even if you find removal for it, it's like it's gonna cost us like 4 mana, you know? Do we want to pitch any of these cards here? Let's go pitch a land and play out the Siren this turn. Yeah, let's do that. This might be a little greedy, but I'm gonna do it. We can still play like the Conservator plus a creature. Okay, that's pretty aggressively tapping all their defense, which is nice for us. Now I think we pitch this Ceratops after attacking. And we hit a land. So we can actually go 3-drop, 2-drop. But I think I like just playing both my 2s here. And then keeping my Siren to block. Let's play the crewmate, see what we draw. Okay. Let's go play the pirate out now for more pressure. Oh no, we only have 2 mana. So what's better, pirate or other pirate? I feel like that treasure's gonna be pretty relevant here. And now I can play this militia. Just ping them for 1 more damage. It's gonna be a pretty close race. They can hit me for quite a bit here. But if they want to grow the warden, they're gonna need more creatures. But that does make 2 creatures. So yeah, they could tap 3. It's not looking great for us. It's kind of hoping to draw a land there. So now we can go pirate into the favor. Attack for 2, 4. Wait, 2, 4, 5, 6. You'll probably trade with the guard though. And if they trade with the siren, I can't play a second spell unless I hit a land off the glyph. So maybe I put this on the militia and then attack with everything except for the siren. Oh, that's a good hit. Now the option. No, we need. Okay, so now we can swing out with everything except for the siren, and I could probably pitch the glyph, maybe. Try to hit a land here and play out the other pirate we have. Yep. Or we could play out the Conservator and ping them for 2 more damage, but they can hit us for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the backswing. But we put them to 6. That's kind of spicy. But if we want to keep a creature, like we can't block these Cloud Guards anyways. The other option is to play the pirate and just tap 2 of our creatures. But let's put as much pressure as we can. Because if they want to activate their warden and give it flying this turn, they're gonna have to tap 3 of their creatures. And it looks like opponents actually might be on mono white. At first I thought they were missing a color. Maybe they still are missing a color and they're getting pretty unlucky here. Does it get vigilance? Oh, it does get vigilance. But we are going pretty wide here. So we got 3 blockers against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. I want to avoid attacking with the militia if I can. And I want to spread out the damage as much as possible. So this favor is probably going on the siren here. And it has vigilance as well. Okay, Pirate's Hat. That's another artifact we can tap here. Put this on a pirate. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's figure out 1, 2, 3 blockers. They block the 3 attack guys. So 1, 2, 3, for example. And they take 2, 4, and then we can just ping them out, it looks like. So I think we're okay here. And I don't think equipping the hat even does anything. So we can just attack, because we can use the treasure we get here to tap instead for damage with the militia. So leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4 things to tap. Yeah, I think this is lethal, but we'll find out. Of course, they could have some kind of instant speed removal, which might mess up my plans, but let's see. Alright, maybe I played that like last part a little loose. I could have, maybe it was better to equip the pirate hat on the siren, so if they had something, like, and they had to block with the 4-3, it would have traded. But we won anyways, so let's go on to game 4. Okay, game 4. The kind of a weak hand. But if we draw a 2-drop, it's a really good hand. Maybe I should be mulliganing hands like this, though, with this deck. It really does want to curve out, and I have loads of 2s. But when you draw them naturally, it's pretty sick. Never didn't have it, am I right, guys? Just favor right now. Would I rather play the pirate or even the scout, I guess? Let's attack for 1. Let's see if they decide to block. Okay, nice. That's free damage essentially. And I think I like getting out the scout. The treasure doesn't help us cast 2 3s next turn. And we will deal 1 damage with the militia by tapping 2 artifacts and or creatures. Put it on black, blue, probably Descent. Yes, there's a Descent card right there. This could be a problem if they do hit Descent 4 because it gets lifelink, so it's going to be hard to raise. However, we did hit our best card in our deck. So yeah, let's cast that out first. Maybe we hit like another Tali's Favor off of it and we get in for some more damage. Just a Wanderglyph. It's pretty good on this board though, as it trades with anything. And we can get in for 2. And we can just keep tapping our creatures. That's why I really like this militia. Like, somebody got an in for what, 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Oh, and we got this combo where we can discard a card to draw another card. We do want to hit a land next turn, so I can see getting rid of this Blade Master. Try to find a land. Another pirate. But yeah, I think a land is our ideal draw, so we can play 2 3-drops. Pretty nice combo though here with the militia and the Wanderglyph. No land is unfortunate, and they do have a couple of mana open, so I think I'll just attack with my 3 creatures. Probably pitch one of the pirates here to try to hit a land. There we go. That does allow us to play pirate and the favor. But they are pausing quite a bit. Like, I feel like they have something in their hand. So I can wait 1 turn on the favor and instead just use my treasure as 1 extra damage here. Sorry, I kind of had to mute myself there for a second as someone walked into my recording area, which is just my bedroom. I don't know why I tried to hide that. but opponent looks like they try to chart the course, and they didn't really do anything, which obviously is good for us, but it doesn't make me want to cast out this favor. So maybe I use this map first and see if they have a response for this. They don't. So I guess I will cast this favor out. It seems like they don't have anything. Or maybe... Ah, they did have it. Okay. Alright, they got me there. They got me for sure. We're still in a pretty good spot. I'm surprised they didn't kill my creature in response to the map. Oh wait, what? Did they have two of these? Oh, for a second it showed me there's two. But yeah, no, I'm surprised they didn't go for the kill. Oh, we can just rock slide and kill him here. All right, nice, 3-1. On to the next game. All right, here we are, game 5, I believe, and it's almost a great hand, but 3 islands we definitely can't keep. All right, 2 2-drops and the torch. Kind of like pitching the Blade Master here, but I guess I can pitch 1 Sunshot and have a 1-2-3. Green land from the opponent. Hopefully they don't play too many dinosaurs too quickly. Blue green. Ooh. Yeah, that's a pretty great card. However, if it only just for people that don't know what it is, whenever a creature you control explores a land, you may put that land card from your hand to the battlefield, tapped. And whenever a creature you control explores a non-land card, you can put a +1/+1 counter on this. So yeah, they're probably gonna play like a 3-1 explore next turn, and this is probably gonna become a 3-4, which is really good. But we do have a rock slide next turn, so as long as he doesn't like double explore, we can probably kill it. But yeah, let's just play out the Blade Master. I guess we can attack first and maybe get in for 1 extra damage. Yes, we did. Tricked them into thinking we had something. And now we can just cast the Brazen Blade Master and deal 1 damage with our militia. As expected, the 3-1 that explored. Probably gonna keep that other explorer on top as well, if I had to guess. That's a great draw, but we have to rock slide this turn. And then I think we can attack with their 2-3. He might trade because the Sunfire Torch is on the battlefield. I can kill it later. But I don't think I'm blocking with my Blade Master. Just because, again, we can kill this guy by sacking our Sunfire Torch later on. And if we're not blocking, we might as well be attacking. I'm going to explore a land, and yep, we can take 4 here. Again, I think we just play the Appraiser. Probably play it before combat in case we hit something that will buff our board. Just a Scout, which is a pretty good hit though. 4 mana 3/2 that made a 2/2 flyer and a treasure map. Pretty good here. And yeah, again, we'll trade with we can attack with the Blade Master. But this time they probably will trade, because it's now a 4/4. So maybe I should have held it back for a turn. Okay. Well, they had something for it anyways, so no real worries. And let's tap some of our things to deal some more damage. Still, I could trade now, but I think I'm going to take another 4 damage. Life total is getting a little low here. This thing has dealt 8 damage to me. Okay. Gotta be a little careful here now when it has a 6/4. I think I'm gonna play my crewmate and try to find my needle to tap this thing down instead of playing my pirate. But I could play pirate plus crewmate this turn as well. And next turn, maybe chump the 6/4. Or double block the 6/4. Okay, I think I'm gonna double spell. Just a conservator. So we can get in for 2 here. And deal a little bit of damage at least. What am I gonna chop with? Probably the crewmate. So I'll keep 2 blockers back. And just ping for 2 here. Instead of 3. But obviously if they have something to give trample, this is bad. But I am gonna double block instead of jumping. That way they are forced. Yeah, that way if they don't have anything to save it, it trades away. Big ol' 7/7 Stomper. Good thing that thing doesn't trample though, but it will set up their draws for the next couple turns. Also, Torch can go face as well, so... Do we have lethal here? So we have 4 damage in the air. And then... Let's see. I also sack this to explore. So 4 damage in the air. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 damage. Oh, that is lethal, right? No, okay, we can do 6 damage here. So we'll equip this. Just mute the opponent. Spamming your go too much. But yeah, we can attack, we can sack. That's 4 damage, and then 5, 6 damage. Okay. So I think I'm just attacking with the scout. And I'm not sacking my torch this turn because we can't kill them. And then I'll start tapping just the 2. I could also deal 1 more damage by tapping these 2, making my scout lethal next turn. But if he has a couple of ways to remove my creature, it's pretty bad, so I guess I won't. And this is lethal with the torch anyways. Yeah, here they get to kill my flyer. And if they attack, I have to chump with the appraiser. Because I don't want to lose my militia. But I think we do have lethal here. Wait, do we have lethal? Do we have lethal? Okay, let's double check. 2 damage. And then... Oh no, wait. We might not have lethal. So we equipped here. And then we attack. Okay, if we equip your attack, dealing 2 to face. Yeah, we're 1 off lethal. Shoot. So my best bet here is to equip the militia. Then attack for 2. Not sacrificing torch. Oh, maybe I should have sacrificed the torch to get the damage in. And then I just gotta pass and hope he doesn't have removal for my dig site conservator. Oh, did I mess up? I might have messed up. Well, if I had tapped my creatures to deal 1 extra damage, he kills us with the Stomper. So maybe I was supposed to double block the Stomper to get it off the board. I guess the other option I could have done was deal 2 damage to him by sacking the torch, and 1 damage by tapping the conservator and the map. And then I could have sacked the conservator and hoped I hit something else to tap. No, it would still be 1 off because our militia would be tapped. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't see what else we could have done different. But opponent's really thinking here, so maybe... Oh no, I'm done. Oh no. Oh, this is why you guys read cards. So yeah, I should have sacked the Conservator last turn, tried to hit a spell that could maybe block the Stomper. Big punt on my part, oof. But it happens. Take full blame for that one. So yeah, I should have moved the torch to the Conservator so I could have blocked the Stomper. And then we probably have a decent chance of winning, so that definitely sucks, but hopefully we can win a few more. Oof. Alright, next game on the plate. Let's try to move past that punt. I think that was definitely the biggest mistake I've made so far. There will be more. Don't you worry, guys. There'll definitely be more mistakes. But that was a big blunder. But let's focus on this game. Our hand looks pretty good. Got a 2, 3, and then removal. And maybe the Glyph can pitch some extra lands if we start flooding. An opponent with a turn 1 Raider. So I still like playing the Glyph over the Militia, even though the Militia can block the Raider if they play another artifact and this gets +1 attack. Because I think we can swing, like if they attack the Raider, we get to attack back with the Glyph and maybe rummage a little. Just a braid. Get out our pirate. Again, another mirror match. It's the second one? At least. We played at least 2. Crewmate's pretty good. I don't think any of this is worth rock sliding. Do I want to play out my 2 drops and save my treasure? I think the Militia for sure. I think. I think I'm just gonna play the Siren. I don't think I'm gonna tap any of my things to deal 1 damage though. I think the opponent is going to be the aggressor for a bit. Just attacking with the gnome. I don't mind trading my pirate for that. That's gonna be pretty good later. But for now, we just get in with the Siren, I guess. We got another pirate. Now I don't mind pinging them a little bit because they don't have much of a board. And our militia blocks really well. However, if they do attack with their 2-1, they probably have something and we're not going to block. Opponent's own Wanderglyph. They could attack with a Raider now as like a free attack, basically. Okay, just a bunch of 2-2s. It's a great draw. Once again, I'll play it before attacking to see what we hit. Nice. That's an amazing hit because we get to discover 3 once again. We can actually use our treasures to equip and kill one of the opponent's creatures. But I don't think we need to do that. Start pinging them down some more. Siren of their own, but ours taxing to that pretty good. So we're looking pretty good right now. So they're telling me they have something, but I don't believe them. They didn't rummage, okay. They didn't rummage, right? So they definitely have something, actually. So they're gonna go for a trade and a bounce. See, we can take 2 damage. Just go for the trade so they can't rummage later. And I think I will play out the pirate, just tap the Siren here. In case they do have a trick or something. Okay, that's what they had. That doesn't do too much though, so maybe I should have just tried to eat their 2-2 last turn. Do not think I want to sack the torch. Do I want to deal 1 more damage here? And block with the militia this time? I mean, they have no cards in hand, so... I think I like that. We still have a removal for anything big they play. But yeah, the Tidebinder, when it enters the battlefield, counter up to 1 targeted activated or triggered ability. If an ability of an artifact, creature, or planeswalker is countered this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as this remains in the battlefield. So it countered the tap down ability on my pirate. And that's about it. This wasn't a huge deal for us. And of course I got rid of all the text, but the text is irrelevant on this card once it's on the battlefield. Let's just attack with our flyer again. and I won't sack the torch once again. Okay, they decided to chump. They still take 2 damage because the favor gets +1/+1 on trample. And now I will deal a bunch of damage to them with the militia. Dude, this militia has been putting in a lot of work. But yeah, opponent is over it. We're 5-2. Honestly, we should be 6-2, but I threw that game pretty hard. See you guys next game. Turns out I am a liar, and we are actually 4-2. But if I didn't punt, we'd probably be 5-2. Don't know if we want to keep this hand. We have 2 blue mana. I guess we could play the Conservator on turn 2. But honestly, even if you draw a mountain, it's not an amazing hand, so we'll mulligan this. Try to find something better. Yeah, that's definitely better. Now, do I want to keep a land? Or pitch a land and hope we draw land later? I see pitching the Needle as well and keeping the Rock Slide as the removal. Something like this. So I feel like we are gonna need the land, especially when we draw a card with the crewmate, or hopefully draw a card with the crewmate. Obviously drawing an island right off the top makes me wish I'd kept the non-land spell, but nothing I can do about that. Okay, turn 2 Siren on the play is pretty scary. Especially when they're playing white-blue artifact. Oh, wow. That's really bad. But that means the next 4 draws were gonna be land, and I kind of put all those in the bottom. Without this crewmate, we would have 100% lost this game. That's crazy. Okay. Feels like this game is rigged against me right now. But yeah, what I was saying was they are artifacts of this mana is probably going to be very relevant. And they get to buff their Siren out of range of me torching it. And I bet they have a 2-drop artifact too. Yeah. When you know, you know. Do I want to sacrifice this torch to trade with the gnome? Or I could just try blocking the gnome on attack. And this flyer is going to deal a lot of damage to us. I guess we can Rock Slide it next turn. So it's probably okay to sacrifice the torch to kill their 2/2. And I'll let them get any scries. I'm hoping they don't have a counter. Damn, we've drawn a lot of land here. Oof, that's extremely bad for me as well. They get to return their Siren back to her hand and basically counter our Rock Slide here. They can even put the hammer on the Market Gnome to get in for 1 damage. Again, they could easily have something, but they don't. It's a good trade for us. And we just can't take too much damage here. 2/3 flyer again. It's gonna be a 3/4 flying vigilance. So we're hoping to draw another Rock Slide for this Siren. If not, though, we'll just put the Ceratops and pass. The hidden courtyard. Not a great draw. But it does... Yeah, we can't really... That's not a great draw. But maybe we could attack, but they just bounce off the gnome. We can attack the Ceratops though and get in for 5 here. And if they don't hit another spell, they can sacrifice their land to discover 4. Situations like this is where these lands really come in clutch. Another Siren. We're not out of it yet though, for sure. Maybe we can just swing out next turn and Ixalan away. We do get to kill my glyph, but I guess I get to kill 1 Siren, which is nice. I guess I was hoping the glyph lived 1 more turn though. And we could have got more loot. Okay, Scout's a okay draw. I guess we just attack with these Ceratops here. Actually, maybe I should have played the Scout first and tried exploring on the Ceratops. That way, if they had double blocked, I could kill both their creatures if I got a counter on this. I think we just pass here and see where we want to put the token next turn. The map token. If they attack for 3, I think I just take it for now. I could block though, make sure I save 3 life, because I can't really attack into the 3/4 of my flyer. But yeah, it makes the most sense to put this on the Ceratops, I guess. I guess I put on the Raider as well. Raider may be better, because if they block, they gain 1 life, draw a card. But they take lethal from the Ceratops. So yeah, let's go on the Raider here. Hit a line anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter. The question is, do I want to play like they don't have anything and just like swing out? Because right now they have to double block the Ceratops. I think that's our best bet. I'm gonna hope they have nothing in hand. Okay, that's pretty bad. So now they get to eat my flyer and draw a card with the gnome. And we're in pretty bad shape. We do have a Siren, I guess, to chump block for 1 turn. Maybe I should have bottomed the Ceratops, though. Because I need to find removal pretty fast. Damn, that's unfortunate that they did have a way to remove my Ceratops there. But I think it was correct going for it. Otherwise, we had to keep chumping the Siren, right? Will they have another way to deal with this is the question. And do I just want to get in for 2 damage? That way if I draw some Militia, it could be lethal, but that would mean they're not dealing with the Ceratops. Guess we don't attack in case they have a flash creature. But I guess I could have blocked the Ceratops. I'm being a little waffly here, but maybe I should have attacked. Put him to 2. It gives me 1 more out with the Militia. Oh, 1 off. Okay. Again, I think I should have attacked last turn, but we got that victory, and now we are actually at 5 wins. Alright, see you in the next game. Here we are on game 8? Game 8. I think this is game 8. You lose track pretty quickly, though, but with an okay hand. Unfortunately, we are on the draw. But we found the 4th land for the Appraiser. And turn 4 Appraiser is probably one of the best things you can do. Just play the Dig Site Conservator. Next turn, I'll probably torch the Wanderglyph and play out the Pirate's Hat. Or I could also block if they attack. Okay, that Wanderglyph was a good draw, so now I can equip the Conserve, yep, and then sack the Torch when we're attacking to kill their glyph. And I can follow it up with my own Wanderglyph. Pretty good, but you know, if they play a 3-3, they do they do stop us in our tracks until we get the hat on. Yeah, we could definitely attack into the Cloud Guard, no problem. It's a decent draw, but it would have been better to hit it off the Appraiser for sure. Instead, we hit a Siren, which is also alright. And yeah, I think we just attack with the Glyph. And I think we like all our cards. Maybe the Pirate's Hat we can discard, but yeah, I think I like all my cards right now. It's gotta be a little scary for the opponent when your opponent attacks with the Glyph and doesn't discard anything. Yep, I'll take 3 here, no problem. Maybe they have another flyer to follow up. 4-4. Yeah, we can just rock slide that and attack with everything except for the dig site. And if we draw a land, we can rock slide plus play the Pirate Hat off the Siren, as it can add blue. And also, like, if this ends up dying and we want to pay the 4 mana to discover, we can also use the mana from the Siren. So gotta keep that in mind and not forget. 1 top, 2 bottom. No land, unfortunately, but definitely worth the rock slide because we're getting quite a bit of damage here. And now do I want to pitch either the Pirate's Hat or the Glyph? Let's go and pitch the Glyph here. Try to hit a land. No land, unfortunately. An opponent does decide to take all the damage. Tapped land by the opponent, so they only have access to 5 mana, and they can exile one of my creatures. And I wonder if they attack for 3 again. I'd like it if they did, of course. Looking like they have another removal spell, and deciding between the Glyph or the Dig Site Conservator. Maybe it's an instant speed spell then. But let's equip the Pirate's Hat. Ooh, but that would cost 3 of our mana. Okay, maybe just play the Blade Master and the Hat this turn. Not attack, or I could attack with both my 2/2 and my 2/1. That way, if they trade with the Conservator, I can pay 4 to discover. And I like all these cards here. Alright, yeah, let's just play the Blade Master, Pirate's Hat. And this does attack as a 4/4 because we have 2 or more artifacts. And then we can just equip this to a pirate. So either or here we could have equipped, but I like putting it on the flyer. I'm expecting a bigger spell here. Maybe they have the flyer that can gain them 3 life. That would stabilize them for a little bit for sure. Straight up removal, okay. And not the end of the world. So let's play the crewmate. What? That's insane! Whatever. I'm considering it like a draw for because we're not going to hit any of these lands now. Whoa, there was another 2. There was 6 lands in a row. Okay, also, favor into favor is pretty sick. That was insane. For 3 mana, we played 9 mana worth of spells. Yeah, these Letali's favors are pretty insane. And we can even sack a treasure to deal an additional damage here. And oh yeah, that's just straight up lethal because the +2/+2. Wow. Alright, that was really good for me, and it helped that the opponent didn't do too much. And here we are in diamond rank now. See you guys in the next game. Oh yeah. Final boss. The hand is kind of ass though. But yeah, we're 6-2. Either we get 3 losses and we end up with 6 wins, which is good because you still profit. I entered with, what, 1,500 gems, and I think you get like 2,000 or 1,800 for 6 wins, so win or lose, we profit, but obviously we hope for the win and get that 7-win trophy. This mulligan is definitely better. Opponent with the turn 1 life-linking flyer. I'm telling you, these flyers are too good. Who thought this was a good idea? Gonna gain him a lot of life. Torch is a decent draw, so we can at least shoot that if we need to. But for now, we just play out the glyph, and next turn we probably play out the Tally's flavor. Not flavor. Though I wonder what dinosaur meat does taste like. Probably chicken, right? So they're birds. They're big birds. That's a little awkward, because now if I play the favor, they can just trade. And if I play the torch, it's just an awkward use of my mana. And obviously, I won't have the torch for the bat. Maybe I just play the Itali's favor and see what we and just not attack this turn. Okay, that was a great hit. But I mean, it's still my 2-drop for their pirate. Yeah, I don't mind attacking here. And I can pitch a land, which is a little greedy, but I like it. We are indeed taking the trade. Hopefully opponent doesn't have that 4 mana 4/4 that like discovers whenever it attacks. 1 mana 3/2 make a treasure is pretty good though. Yeah, they have 5 mana still. Okay, this they're probably just playing out of the 3/2, I assume. Oh, yeah, they can sack their treasure. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good as well. So next turn I equip the torch and kill the bat so I don't trade here. And then I play the conservator, or I can play out the needle. I guess we will play out the needle to conserve our life a little bit. But yep, let's sacrifice the torch to kill their life blinker. This has flash, so we'll wait till attackers, and we'll probably just tap down their 4/3. Yeah, we're gonna take at least 3 damage, and we're probably gonna take another 3 damage next turn. So ideally you want to block with this when you can pay for the Discover. So if we play this next turn, we might... Any attacks with the Pirate, we might not block. And it still has quite a few cards. Another 1 mana flyer. They're too good, I'm telling you. They're just too good. Okay, how much is this to flip? 3 mana. And I can start exploring every turn. So 3 mana to flip, if I'd like to this turn. Okay, let's explore first, see what we hit. Ooh, maybe they have instant speed removal like in a Braid. Yes, they do. Unfortunate for us. So I don't think I flipped the needle yet, and I just play out both my Raider and my Big Sight Conservator. And we can at least trade for the Pirate, but still taking some damage in the air here. As it killed my flyer. Maybe I should have explored on a different creature though, just for that reason. Damn, another... And 2 caves on board, so even though they have no cards in their hand, they can discover 4 for at least 2 turns. And that land drop was really bad. So let's just flip our needle, exiling a artifact from our graveyard. And I guess we just start paying 1 to explore. I don't think I want that. Guess I'll play out the land, but I guess if we draw like Pirate Sat, we can attack and loot, but I mean it's unlikely we're attacking at all, so I'll play out the land in case we need the mana for the Discover 4. Oof. It kills my Conservator. And I don't have the mana to pay for the ability. Yeah, they can attack all. Yikes. So if I take 7, yeah, I think I gotta trade here. 7 is just a little too much damage. Just hoping to draw removal. But unfortunately we drew land. And that will be the end of our run. Sucks, but if I hadn't thrown that game earlier, we potentially could have been at 7 wins right now. So this one is definitely on me. When discovering just for fun, but 4, 7, 8 damage on the board. And I am at 8 life, so I will concede. But the deck did really good, actually. I don't think I made a prediction for this one. Mainly because I looked at the deck and I was really uncertain. Just because I've only done a few drafts of the format. But thank you all for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and share this with your other Magic friends. See you next time.